Here's a collection of tins or tin cans that I've been building up over many years. Some of them have got some neat ideas too. The front lot, here these four, there's nothing but the old nonsense of having air. They've got nothing inside. This is Berlin air. And this one is supposed to be air marin, sea air, I guess. I did open it up just to check. Yes, of course, there's nothing in it but air. And that's London air. This is a rather sweet little idea because it looks more like a sort of sardine can. But again, when I lifted it up, inside there was nothing but air. It was empty, but sweet. So plenty of air nonsenses. This is a strange one. It's quite a nice little tin, but it's got a rather happy picture of a married couple. When you open it up, inside are handcuffs. There's an interesting comment on it, perhaps. Make up your own conclusion on that one. Strange, the German one, of course. And the others are all a standard sized tin can, really, or nearly tin can. This was one of a collection that the Canadian company made many years ago, which contained a nice bit of information about the fauna inside. In this case, it was a can grizzly, and lots of information about how the grizzly life is conducted. And inside, though, and I've taken the bottom off just for a bit of fun, was a cute little soft toy plush, very cuddlesome grizzly bear, a little baby one, I suppose. But it's supposed to be a good description of each of the main fauna in the Canadian bush. That was a nice idea, that. Another company came up with a similar idea, but just not quite so much information, but this one was a sheep inside, and a nice little woolly sheep. Very sweet. So quite a number of companies have leapt on that one. Slightly more ingenious is this one here, which is canned goldfish. When I first saw it, I thought, just for a minute, would there be actually water inside and a goldfish swimming? No, of course not. It's just one of those little joke items. In this case, it's an inflatable. You blow it up and there's a little goldfish in its bowl, as it were, all inflatable. Very sweet. A nice bit of blurb on the outside. Bear, Bear and Bear, the company in Rutland produced that and several others. And a similar idea for Christmas time, where we have Santa Claus in a very smart looking tin, and inside is the cutest little Santa Claus I've ever seen, I think. I never open the top because then it looks it's pristine. It's actually the bottom I tend to open up. When you click it like that, it's Itty Pops. There's a nice little figure, isn't it? Looks more like a gnome, actually. But he fits into that can. Santa in the can. A nice expression. It's canned Santa. Will he make a good soup, I wonder? One I haven't yet opened, but I mean, you can see what the idea is going to be, rather like the outer goldfish. It's canned piranha. And inside is going to be a rather nasty looking piranha fish, but in a little plastic air bubble. It's quite, I like some of the jokes on it, like dolphin unfriendly on it. And here it says no vet's bills and such like that. So half the fun of these is reading what the label says, because the inside is fairly predictable. This is a very clever idea. This is getting quite serious now. This is something that appears in camping shops and chandlers. It's a way of producing a hot meal when you're in the wild. When you pierce it with this pin at the top, what it does is it pricks a little container containing water, which then mixes up with slaked lime, produces tremendous amount of heat in a very concentrated area. The whole of this area heats up very hot, and the interior, which is some nice hot lunch tortellina, I think, will then heat up and give you a nice hot meal. Since I've had this in my collection for 30 years, I don't really fancy trying it now. I'm sure the actual mechanism will work, but I don't think the food will be very edible after 30 years. But you will find those still available in camping shops for the outdoor, for the wild. This is a bit of fun. It was produced by the Fermi Labs in America, high-tech labs, where they deal with nuclear stuff, and it's called Primordial soup. It was only a soup can, and I just slapped it onto a soup can to make a bit of fun. But there's quite a lot of fun and physics when you actually read the label on this Primordial soup can by Fermi Labs. Ingredients: 56% quarks, and so on. Nice one. This is a charming little toy, looking like a can, but it's a very clever idea, because inside are two little racing cars. And there's magnets on the motors and the arms here. When you set them up, it's going to be that way around, because otherwise they're going to go backwards. And put it on the top and turn it on, either silently or with a noise. That's fun. Yep, Very clever one. And then when you're finished, you just pop them back in the can. It'd be neater. Another idea, which is, again, it's been fairly widely copied, I think it is. Curious enough, it's a Coca-Cola can, but with a Christmas theme to it. But it's neither Coca-Cola nor Christmas. It's actually one of those little can safes, which you undo, and inside is a place to keep a ring or some banknotes or something like that. But when it's put on your shelf in your larder, people wouldn't necessarily know that it contains valuables in it. So it's a safe can. Clever one. There's a huge number of these ones here, which just are really money boxes for the money, and this is called Mother's Special Fund. There was Father's Special Fund as well, which I got. But they're all basically tin cans with slots. Put the money in. To get the money out, of course, you actually have to take a can opener and open it up, otherwise it can't be retrieved. It's a nice one. And then there's Earthquake in a can, canned Earthquake. Switch it on, there's battery inside in the base, and it'll vibrate nicely. And the last one is the same idea, but it's supposed to be rattlesnakes. Tilt it forward to set it off. Put it on the table very gently, and we'll see if we can get it to give it a little, oh, tip back on. Ooh, that's nice. So it's got a fairly nice little program inside, but inside is supposed to be rattlesnakes, and of course it's battery operated, and quite a bit of fun. So, tin cans, lots of them.